So we said money can be made by anybody, but it's quite difficult to build wealth. Now, I was doing one analysis, one of our training yesterday, this one-way marathon on uh, exploring the Tron ecosystem, the hidden treasure in Tron ecosystem. And I was talking about the opportunity in 2009, June 2009, when Bitcoin was 1 cent. Sorry, not 1 cent, 0.0001. That's about how many penny? Now, and I said, many of us actually wish we have bought much Bitcoin that time. But the reality is that if you have bought much Bitcoin, you will have sold everything. That's the truth. Not even because of the propaganda, but because the growth you have seen, you will talk to you have arrived. But that's not an issue. Because you ask me, some of us wasted our Bitcoin, at $80, right? $80. I was checking one of my wallet one day at the price of one Bitcoin. Don't flog me, please. Don't flog me. I was checking a transaction I did somewhere. There was a software I was to pay for my trading. And this software, please learn from my own antecedent. Now, the software was costing 15,000. One was costing 5,000. I love knowledge. That's the truth. And I knew long time that your hard work cannot make you wealthy. All right. Your hard work cannot make you wealthy. Your hard work cannot make you wealthy. Now, yeah, hard work can solve some hard time for you, but to be wealthy through hard work is not possible. But what can make you wealthy is timely opportunity and smart work. Because I'm not saying to motivate anybody, but the truth is that I was learning a lot because of I've been, in love with IT right from my day one and all of that. So, and the kind of artificial intelligence. And I paid for this, software. One was $15,000 and one was $5,500. Now, to pay, I have to use what we call those online payment processor. Not even perfect, not even not even part is it PayPal. It was Perfect Money and Solid Trust platform. Is there still something like Solid Trust these days? I used to have account. Let me even check. Solid Trust. Solid Trust. I used to have account with Solid Trust those days, and I have changer.com. Solid Trust Insurance. Can am I sure? Trust. Oh my goodness. Can I still really have Solid Trust, something like that? Yes, that was what I was using. And so I want to arrive somewhere so that everything you are doing in crypto, you have to be intentional about it. If you see my regret technology, India pivots, engineering, yalla, 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 I just hope I could just, let me check. There were many of them that time. So Perfect Money was one of it. I can't remember my account on even Perfect Money now. So online, um, um, 10 top, okay? 10 top online processor, payment, it may change to direction and payment processor. So they were not crypto processor. So before Bitcoin actually came, okay? Before cryptocurrency came, um, not paper. Come on. Unfortunately, can I tell you that they are not even futuring, all right? So let me see, apart from Perfect Money. Okay, so let's go this way. Oh my goodness. So very funny. Come on. This is my goodness. Ah, my goodness. Are you sure it does not face out? Okay, let me just say, Perfect Money and others, another 20 virtual money. Okay, Perfect Money and other 15 top virtual payment, right? Oh, goodness, that's going to be crazy when you cannot find some of those. So Solid Trust. Is this Totally Trust or Standard Trust? I can't just remember, but I just hope I can find it. Now, and I was using what we call changer.com, changely.com. Now, why I'm arriving at is this, so that you look at it, there's what we call opportunity time, right? Being able to work with opportunity and actually know what you are doing with opportunity. Funny enough, right? Did you know that none of those things are mentioned here? Now, it's now moving to the mainstream strategic virtual payment system, not like all of those things that time. So I will check them on one of my documents later, but I know one that we can never easily forget was Perfect Money, all right? Because for me to do all those online payment and all of that, where I have to use all of those things. Now, and then I was using changer.com. Try see what I want to arrive at. For me to pay for those software, I need to use Perfect Money, PayPal, Payza. Okay, I still remember Payza. Thank you. Payza, I just remember them. Payza, 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 right, Payza. Are you still going to be there? I have Peona card, not Peona, it was Payza. It's Payza I'm looking for. So it means what is then telling me that these guys are facing out, right? So changer.com, were part of the platform. So Skrill too had been for a very long time. Now, I want to arrive something to tell you. So that time, for me to make payment, all right, for me to make payment of those things, I need to use USD. So, and what I was dealing on was crypto, right? And so I need to convert my Bitcoin to this money. Quite unfortunate, right? Right? So I need to convert my money from Bitcoin to um those USD fiat money. Now, imagine Felix to pay, all right? Imagine Felix to pay available of about $15,000 for a software, and at the price of Bitcoin was $80. So let's check how much Bitcoin I will need to convert. So you can check, you can use your calculator. Probably I may not display it here. So $15,000. Please don't beat me, okay? $15,000 divided by, all right, $80. So I needed 186.5 Bitcoin. So to convert and have 15,000. So 187.5. So let's look at the 5. So 5,500, 5,500. So 5500 divide by $80. Okay, that's about 68.75. So 68.75 plus 187 Bitcoin, 187.5 Bitcoin. That's about 256.25. Now let's look at it. Let's go to the market. Let's go to the market. So Bitcoin, okay? So let's look at Bitcoin with the prevailing price. So Bitcoin is $59,122. And now, Felix, that's this thing I'm saying, was around 2012, 2013, okay? 2012, 2013, okay? So now, 2012, 2013, so 2014, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. That's about maybe give and take 10, 11 years ago. Right. So now, let's look at it. This is Bitcoin, right? And 256.25 Bitcoin was somebody wasted to buy a software. Now, so 256 Bitcoin, 256 Bitcoin, 0.25 Bitcoin was what was wasted to have. So 15,000 plus 55, that's 22,500, right? So now prevailing price, a volume of that money should be, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's about $15 million. Yeah, you hear me right. That's about $15 million. Now, you ask me, Felix, so $15 million was wasted. Now, don't laugh too much. For me to use the software was quite difficult because that time we're using like DOS system, if you understand IT. Now, if you do not understand, you can ask them, what about DOS system now for us to do coding and all of that? Funny enough, I couldn't use the software because the machine language I need to do to recode and my setting, just that the trading can be happening for me and then I will be away, right? And then it can be doing the trading. So to do the setup was quite difficult. I couldn't use it. Eventually, I think I gave it out to somebody. Now, that was all right, an amount that would have made me fortune today. But the understanding was that we're just looking for money and we're not looking at how to build wealth. So we're making money and of course, fine. But so converting this Bitcoin was nothing like a treasure to me. It was just like normal, I was spending money. And that's one of the things I want you to understand. So going into investing in the crypto space, you must look at how do I accumulate more volume of token? Or if I make money, how do I build my portfolio? That's the first thing that must be in your mind. So now going by this, that's why you see we talked about investing, right? So talking of investing, you have to have what we call long-term perspective. Before I will come to different opportunity you can take. Long-term perspective. So long-term perspective, we're going to give you dimension towards your operation and all of that. So if you are new and you are listening to me anywhere, the first thing you need to benefit from the space, to invest in the crypto. We have the stock market, we have the crypto, we have the commodity market and all the like. Forex, many of you say, can I invest in Forex? Yes. Personally, yes. I don't know how to trade. You do not need to. I don't have technical. You do not need to have technical knowledge. See, I'm hearing for the first time. Yes, you can leverage on someone who have technical knowledge. That's what I'm trying to pass across to you. Now, your hard work may not give you what you want, but your smart work to leverage on someone's hard work will give you enough. So your personal hard work may not deliver you. That's the reality. Because the time for you to start doing some of those hard work, like do technical analysis, I'm not saying you should not know basics, but to do all of those things is time taking. That can I tell you that. So, but today is easier. Why? Software can do virtually everything for you. It's just for you to literally to input. So when you talk about investing, you can invest into any instrument, any financial instrument. Talk about the capital market, which has to do with stock. Talk about the crypto market. Talk about the forex market, which is foreign exchange. Talk about the commodity market. Talked about gold, oil, and all the like. Talked about different financial market that you can leverage on. So we'll talk about the bond and all the like. You can invest in all of them without having so much knowledge. All you need is to have access to the right information. And now, so what do I need to do investment? So when it has to do with crypto, you need to have platforms. For platform like EG, you need to have an exchange platform, all right? You need to have access to at least basic social media like Telegram, WhatsApp, all right? And then you need to have wallet. You need to have wallet where you can store coins and following all instructions. And now when it has to do with Forex, you need to have broker, you have to have a platform. So we have different platforms like MetaTrader 4, MetaTrader 5. We have TradeLocker, right? So you have TradeLocker, if you're in America, most of them use TradeLocker and all of that. You have TradeLocker that you need to use to trade, all right? Now, when you hear about trading, most of us run away because we do not understand that. First thing you must think about in financial system is how do I invest? So quickly, I'm going to share with you. Follow the perspective. So I've told you you need to have a platform, right? You need to have a platform. You need to have, you need to have a platform, exchange platform. You need to have wallet and all of that. Let me quickly share a data with you. Now, I'm going to share a data with you that's going to help you in investing. So you need to have platform. You need to have exchange platform, for instance. Are we in New York already? What's going on? Just a moment. I need to bring out something. Oh, the market has peaked. That's lovely. But is the session in already? I don't know. Okay, so let's go. Let me share a page with you, okay? So I just want to inject into your mind that it's not those things many people told you about the market that is actually reality. You must fashion out your own reality about the market and about the financial instrument. If you have wrong perspective, you will be missing out of a lot of opportunity that will have blessed you. Oh my word. Oh, actually, Mr. Okay, no problem. So All right. So I will show you a few things. Now, let me take you to a perspective. So first thing we're looking at, we said $1 per minute strategy, $1 per minute project, $1 per minute strategy. And we said talking about investing and talk about trading and talk about marketing. So investing simply means passive, making money passively in different ways. So it's not going to involve your unnecessary effort, power, with, using energy and all of that. No, it's not going to involve all of that. All it's going to involve is you able to leverage into running activities and benefit from those activities. All right. And so I've listened to a lot of people say, I'm busy and all of that. So you don't need to be actively involved. That's why I talked about not necessarily having strong technical knowledge, just to know the basic and navigating through the process, and you're going to make money. So let me quickly come over here. Okay, so let me quickly go in here. I want to go to in the perspective of investing first. Okay, I'm going to go to the perspective of investing, and so that you see that you do not need so much knowledge, right, to invest. You just need to have idea, information, and to follow up with information, and then you can actually make money. So those things they told you, fine, they look real, okay? They look real. Or if you need to have these, you need to have these, yada, yada, and all of that. So I can go in here. Let me go by daily time frame. Okay, let me go by daily time frame. So let me go by daily time frame. So one of the first thing I said, you need exchange, you need broker, you need a wallet and all of that. Now, financial instrument, then you need platform to check history or data, all right? Now, those data are just to compute and trying to forecast what are the possible direction that the market want to go to. And all you need is information and have an idea of where the market is preparing to get to, right? And that's what we always encourage our people to understand about the market. And the best way to have those ideas is to look at a longer time frame, a longer time or whatever. So first, you look at the crypto market. So let me look at Bitcoin in that direction. Now, I'm not saying you are going to buy Bitcoin. I'm just telling you, looking at the financial instrument. Okay, we'll talk about let's start from the first one. The first one is the capital market. The first one is the capital market. Now, what's capital market? There are so many things around capital market. We have the stock, we have the bonds, you have the money market, and all of those markets. But let's not bother you so much. What can be more popular to you? What can be more popular to you is the stock market. So we have the money markets, about bond, debentures, and all of that, and then fixed deposit. These are money market. And so they are there. So for me, I told somebody the other time, I said, when you want to invest in money market, you have to look at the inflation rate of that particular country you want to invest. Like in Nigeria, somebody is investing in money market in Nigeria. Even they have increased the rate because CBN just did that not long, up to about how many percent, APY, maybe 20 or 19% APY. If you're in Nigeria, you can write this app down. We have Meritrade, you have Optimus, you have different platforms that you can actually use to invest in capital markets. If you want to know more about how to invest in capital market in Nigeria, you can meet up with me and come to Plan B, and then we'll show you, probably you can enroll in Plan B, and then we can show you different platforms of how to invest in Optimus. Okay, Optimus, what's it called? Sorry. Okay, so let's go this way. Yalla, yalla. Free invest or something. Okay. Okay. So this is one of the app too. I have so many apps that invest in stocks and all of that, but I saw some of those things that save, invest, spend with Optimus and all of that. Optimus by AfriInvest exercise existence since 1995. It's a financial technology solution that helps you save, invest, and spend. Optimus help us invest your money in the best investment portfolio types across the world. Optimus is changing the way people interact and all of that. So we have a lot. Now, later you can ask me, I'll give you a link to get signed up, activate your account and all of that. I have a lot of platforms that I use for capital market and those that you can trade in foreign exchange, foreign stocks, local stocks and all the like. Now, so the first thing, because that's the oldest when it has to do with financial market, the capital market is the oldest because it involves a lot of things. So now quickly look at it. If you want to go into that, okay, so I think the gold is approaching my, okay, 85 is my target. Okay, 85. Okay, 85. It's the far. Okay, good. Now, the first is capital market. Now, if you are listening to me in Nigeria, first you want to look at different stock in Nigeria. Then if you are international, you look at different stock. Now, let's take a practical example. I told people to buy sometime. I told people to buy Tesla, PayPal, Meta, which is Facebook and all of that. So let's look at Facebook as a stock listed on NASDAQ. Now, look at Facebook, all right? Look at Facebook. So Facebook presently is seated at $533. Right now, if you look at it, to invest in all of these things, you must learn what we call long-term perspective. So if I look at it weekly, now you ask me, hey, Felix, where was I? All right, where was I? So you'll be afraid, okay, I don't want to invest in crypto and all of that. Well, that's level of knowledge. Now you can look at Facebook stock as at 2022. Right, as at 2022 October region and all of that was about $93, right? And it has been on the right, and it will still go up, shaking all through because this year market was actually twirling and all of that. But this is stock that crashed from about $373 back to, so many of you, when you buy some coin, you'll be shouting, but stock crash. Somebody must have bought this stock at $383, in 2021, and it was nosediving all through that 2021 and then to 2022 back down to what you have till November, back to $97, $93 as it were. That's a stock right for you. And that's to say, oh, I don't invest and all of that. Now, this has not performed optimally, right? Before. Now, somebody probably bought it at $13, as far back as 2012, and then $19 and all of that. I'm just trying to show you when we talk about investing and making money. One of the first things that define your investing strategy or knowledge, it's about understanding long-term perspective. Now, this is a stock. Now, there was a stock I bought and it had been dumping, which is a foreign stock because of maybe some political issues and all of that. What, trade war happened between China and then America and all of that. So that was new stock, new. And so many of us, okay, let me first look at PayPal. I bought PayPal sometime, and I think I told some people to buy PayPal. I don't know what it's doing now, but I just left it. It was just there. So you can see that, say, Felix, am I to buy? Well, I don't know. For me, I bought, that means I was actually buying at the bottom. Are there chances that PayPal will go up? Yes, fine. But what are the chances? Many, many, many. So, but you can see now that it's just waiting to break out. So when it has to do with stock, you have to have, or when it has to do with business or investing, you have to look at long-term perspective. So you're looking at, it's at $71. I think I bought at 60 or 55, and I bought more 60, 62, 63. That was the last high price I bought and all of that. So that means if you are looking at my 50-something dollar, which within this range, that means my stock, if you can actually move to the last point of resistance, I can be on about 75%. But if you look at it over the years, I don't know how long that can give me about 400%. I'm just saying maybe the next 5 years, who knows? But I can receive my dividend. These are different investment strategy. I'm just sharing with you and other thing you need to know. Now, there was a stock I bought and I made money 2019 to 2022. But after that, last year, we thought we were going to move up crazily, but we couldn't move. That was new stock. New stock plumbed back. You can see now, it's like a dead, you can see I did this analysis and that's why it's still showing you this. So I bought into this stock in 2019. Yeah, 2019 at less than $3. I bought at less than $3. So the same stock that gave me this massive profit within the shortest time, right? Up to 1,300%, because I actually sold out at 60-something dollars. No, $60 or 50-something dollars. And it created the all-time high. Look at the all-time high, $66. Since then, it has been in relegation. Consistently, since 2021, it has been on relegation, continuously going down to the floor back. And now taking an attempt. So there was an attempt. That was what made us to buy into last year, but it still plumbed back because we bought $10, $11. It got to $16. It was supposed to take out this high, which is about $20, $24. Couldn't do that. And there's like a dead. So if you are trading, for instance, most traders, when you are trading these are not the type of thing you want to buy. But you are looking at if this stock eventually get itself back above $24, that's going to be crazy. But what risk am I taking now? Yeah, I've bought, added again after we have bought here at $10 and plumb back. It went back to $3 again, from that $3 or $2 per something, from $2 to that 5.5 it did. That's already amazing profit. Now, I'm just showing you long-term perspective for when you talk about investing. And so you don't need to start, putting my money and it's not going well. Let's look at localizing. There was some stock, some of my protege told me, and I told him what the error he was making. It was Eternal and some other stock. Okay? All right. I've told this fellow to sell some of his stock and wait because a pullback was coming. So because the all-time of Eternal was about 38 Naira stuff. This is local stock. This is Nigerian stock. And then I told him to sell because he couldn't break this resistance. And I'm sure if he have sold because he said he mistakenly bought at 27 Naira, something like that. So when he plumbed to about 33, 34, 35, I was telling him to sell and then to wait for a pullback and probably eventually go into. But if you look at it, for any smart person who bought in at about 11 Naira, just this year, June, 11 Naira. And that was a massive money making. So I listen to a lot of people where you are giving your money to people and say, help to me to do. That means 200%. That was massive. A million Naira into it, a million Naira into it. And so June, July, August, September. So in 3 months or so, you are done 200. It's unheard of, all right? So I'm only telling people that you don't need to give your money to anybody. Say, okay, I'm a professional broker. I'm not denying the fact you can be busy, but there is nothing as good now that you are in charge. All right. So these are stocks. Now, MTN was another one. Of course, MTN has plumbed back crazily because of the price movement and all of that. So it eventually dumped. So it almost at the bottom now. So about 162. If you get back to 162, if possible. But if it does not, that means returning back. This is another making venture. So now for people who bought in and have, then another one was GTCO. And there's some bank stocks in Nigeria. These are local stocks and all of that people are bought. So this is striving to actually go more because there are a lot of permutation going on and all of that. And Access Bank has the same, right? So you don't need anybody to help you do this. You can do that independently by yourself. I'm just doing now Access Bank had plumbed and then returned back now, finding its way up. For instance, if it can break above this, that's about 20 Naira and all of that's going to be. Now, another stock, Transcorp, that gave us so much money last year or last 2 years. And now, so Transcorp came down. So like at a very nice support level, then you expect it a bounce up and all of that. But when I bought it was about 1 point something Naira, and then we ride it to about 18 something Naira before the plumb back and all of that. So did have a very nice support. You say, Felix, am I asking you to buy? Well, you should know what you are taking the risk about. But so buying it to eat, you can still do about 7-something% if you return back to the all-time high as it were. So there was another stock. What was this stock? Okay, Wema Bank plumbed back too, and then dump a lot on a lot of people. And so we have a very nice support again. So Wema probably return back to 7 Naira or back to 8 Naira for where it is now. It's a nice support. And so that means Wema back to the all-time high could do as much as about 80% over time. So maybe there may be a good one to actually buy. Now, I'm just showing you around opportunity abound. This is a stock market. Now, going to the second market called forex market. I will use one. Now, this is like investing strategy, position and wait at the right time. The next I will show you is the forex market. Now, look at it. So most time we look at, there are different type of market entry or trading and all of that. People show you only scalping or day trading, and then you get panic and all of that. Look at it. Look at it. Now, what macro level economy people do is to forecast and check what's going to be economic performance of a particular country, and then they leverage on that and pair with another country. For instance, I can sample. Imagine if Nigerian currency were to be, on the foreign exchange trading activities. And then what you are going to do, you forecasted that economy activities of Nigeria is going to be very poor. And then if that goes, so whatever is being paired with dollars. So instead of, holding Naira, I will hold dollar. And that's exactly what you are representing here. You say, okay, physically, if you buy dollar, so that means you are doing like, OTC trading. And then if you are now going on digital, you are doing a global hub, trading. So for that, I could come back. Imagine here, this is 2019. Since 2019, 2020, up till now, the currency, that's GBP, that's Great Britain pound, against Japanese yen have been falling against the strength of pounds. So pound sterling have been gaining momentum against the Japanese yen. So for that, for anyone who has bought into it since 2019, and then it had been on the right, that's an investment, okay? So you only bought into it and just hold and watch what is happening. So what benefit do I have? The more the currency is getting weakened, and because what you have done logically now is I'm holding pounds against Japanese yen. In doing that, I'm going to be making money as long as this guy is going up. But what power do I have to do this? Patience and understanding. If you have an understanding, you build the patience, and to hold on to as much as possible. So that's it. Foreign currencies and all of that. The same thing, you look at Euro, USD, and all the like. Look at Euro, USD, right? So Euro was falling against dollar, like we have a kind of double top here. And then you have since 2021, right down to 2022, it was consistently falling. So you can see that people who made money are venture capitalists. They view things on a larger scale than the shorter time. Okay? There was a stock I wanted to remember that time, Presco. Presco was a stock that I told somebody who was holding, I said, okay, just sell part and hold part, because what he needed to use money for. Because I looked at it, I said, this guy have good potential. And then guess what? I was telling the fellow that time, because the price of Presco, the person bought it at when it was a kind of at a nominal value, when it was 0.5, a kind of IPO stage, and he bought it many years back and forgot about it. And then he didn't know that there was a time this same thing have left from 50 kobo in Naira to as high as 200 Naira. No understanding. And there's at the time we're checking was 120, 130, and I said, leave it. And after it sold, there was a pullback to 110, and I said, don't worry, this stock is going to go up. And so let's look at right now. I saw the stock move up crazily the other time, and then look at it. I saw it at last at about 300 and something Naira. Now let's look at it now. Good. It's about 485 Naira. I'm sure the persons on this call will be shouting, my goodness. Now, this is the difference. Now, so imagine if the person sold worth of 1 million Naira as at that time at 120. So let's look at it. How many volume the person sold? 1 million Naira at the price of 120. I can't really recall. So 1 million Naira. So let's look at 1 million Naira. He's going to tell himself, oh, what did I do? But of course, you needed to do something. 1 million Naira, right? Divide by 120 or thereabout. I can't really remember. So that means the person sold about 8,333. So let's say the person sold 8,300 pieces of the stock, all right, at 1 million Naira. Another person is buying at that time. Let's look at the present price of the volume the person sold. Now multiply by 485 Naira. 485 Naira. So, okay, so it was 1 million Naira. So that's 1 million Naira he sold. That 8,000 8,300 and something volume is sold at that time, presently is worth 4 million naira. So presently it's worth 4 million naira, not longer the 1 million naira. Now I'm just showing you the secret of investing, and that's why we diversify, so that when you need money, you don't empty all your investment. Now, this is a stock, imagine. Now, we go to crypto. So let's quickly look at Mr. BTC. Now, look at Mr. BTC. This is what you do. In BTC, you don't always look at the short-term perspective. You look at the long-term perspective. Okay? And looking at the long-term perspective is where we measure what we call, there's something very important that matters in crypto. It's called market cycle, which is sub-pedal down to what we call bull run and bear market. So we target those major moves so that you are strategic. You can see now it's not about hard work. It's about having access to the right information and then work with it. There are a lot of persons that do not have much knowledge up to what you have, but they are making a lot of money more than you. You know why? You are just good in the theoretical. You are proving to know so much about things, but you are not making the money. So what matters is the applications and the strategic way of positioning yourself. So for that, on that note, people position to look at the cycle. Now, this is the bottom of a market for a cycle, and this is, I call it tentative up. Remember, I've been telling you guys, I say, I'm afraid because Bitcoin, since it got to $76,000, $74,000, it had refused to return back there. Rather, we have been having a higher low, a higher low, a higher low. Now, we are in another critical region. You can see my lines are here. When I mean very delicate region that we needed to actually cross this layer and this layer. So that means 61K and 64K. Without crossing all these, man, if we break down from this point, what is just holding us is that 49K. And then when we cross that, well, maybe that will be bye-bye to this cycle. Yes, you heard me right. You heard me right. That's exactly what I'm saying. Now, but somebody who will not be afraid so much was a person who understands the cycle when the market was beginning its journey from about 16, 17,000, even up to last year, October. I remember telling a lot of people, if you missed out of this last chance, was last year, October, then that's going to be a big issue. So for an investor, we'll have done all of this. So this is how we maximize opportunity as an investor in the crypto. So now, this is a tool that you don't pay for. But most times, things you don't even pay for, or you even pay for, you need a guide. That's where the issue of mentorship is very, very important. So there is no market you cannot invest into. It doesn't matter what that market is. If it's crypto, Forex, you need to have a perspective and understanding. And that's exactly what we show. Now, in crypto again, another dimension of crypto, now these are investing strategy, buying into it and all of that. So you have different strategy of investing in the crypto. Now, we highlighted some project here. Let me quickly share with you. And then I'll show you probably one or two coins if I have time for that. Then you look at how to maximize them. Now, looking at crypto or investing, if you're on our forum, we share with you some project that we just added. Now, I will give you a disclaimer. Let me warn you, everybody. If you are listening to me that on Facebook and anywhere, I've listened to people who claim to say, oh, I invested in Bitcoin some years back, and that's why I didn't have my money, and I wasted my money and all of that. Let me share something with you. We amaze you, and you have to discipline yourself. This is where you lose money in crypto. This is how you lose money in crypto. Now, let's look at, if you go to Google, if I go to Google now, and I did this to some persons yesterday, we go to Google now and said, Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin, right? Bitcoin price, right? June 2009. Okay. So Bitcoin price, June 2009. Okay. So I want to go to Reddit. Okay. Bitcoin price, June 2009. Look at where you lose money. Now, look at it. In June 2009, price of Bitcoin was 0.0001. So there were fellow who actually bought. When they lack understanding, they will sell off when the price was 7 cents. They will sell off everything. Now, in crypto, when you learn, we say, don't sell all your coin. Sell partition. Now, because why would the person sell? If you use $20 to buy Bitcoin, it was going to have 200,000. If I lie, what you do is just take your calculator and say $20 divide by 0.000, that's 301. You're going to arrive at 200,000 Bitcoin. You're going to arrive at 200,000 Bitcoin. Now, this is the challenge. Now, quickly, let me just share better for you to see a bigger view, and then you can see my calculator. Now, so look at it. If you use $20 to buy Bitcoin at the price of $0.0001, now what you have is about 200,000 Bitcoin. So 200,000 Bitcoin in the subsequent year, June 2010, that's a year, exactly a year, multiplied by 0.07. That's about 7 cents. At that time, you're having about $14,000. You are going to be shouting, oh my God. And the question you ask yourself, if I had known, I would have used $100. If I had known, I would have used $200. Oh my God. If I had known, I would have used $1,000. Now, you can't really give it to yourself. You will ask yourself, say, if I have used $1,000, you are now saying, okay, $1,000, right? Divide by 20, right? Divide by 20. That will have been 50 times, right? So that means you will have 200,000 Bitcoin, if I'm not mistaken, multiplied by 50 times. So that means the Bitcoin you bought was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 10 million. Now, of course, the venture capitalist will have manipulated the market and take it away from you. That's what they do to us, okay, if you don't understand. Now, so that means as at the time was 7 cents, 0.07. Right? That's about how much? About $700,000. Not $14,000, $700,000. If you're an African man, you will have married another wife. Okay, all right. So that's one of the things. So now somebody now heard and bought. He was happy. Now in 2011, the same Bitcoin that was 200,000 pieces you have, the price went to $15. Now 200,000 Bitcoin multiplied by 200,000 Bitcoin. Look at it, 200,000 Bitcoin multiplied by $15. That'll give you about $3 million. Now, somebody now heard that, oh, Bitcoin is this, and is going to buy Bitcoin at $15. So that means he used $3 million to buy 200,000 Bitcoin. See what happened to him. The subsequent year, the price of Bitcoin plumbed back to $7. He's going to sell at loss. So that means his money is going to remain $14 million or $1.4 million. So he was, oh, my 1.6, they say, the market will still crash. He will sell off everything and accept to lose 1.6 million. He said, please, I don't want to lose all my money. At least let me take what is available. Now, the subsequent year, now the price of Bitcoin go to $100. So that means that same 200,000 that was worth $3 million and that he was seeing at $1.4 million at $100 will be $20 million. So that will be $20 million. This is one. This is two. That will be $20 million. I wish I have not touched it. That's what I'm showing you here is the narrative of when you are investing in crypto. Patience is a virtue you must inculcate and all of that so that you will not miss out entirely. All right. So ladies and gentlemen, so what I'm showing to you is so strong. But however, there's sometimes too, you buy into some coins and they will dump massively, all right? And some may not even resurrect again. So don't get it twisted because I bought it, okay, I'm waiting. That's where you need just basic knowledge, access to the right information at the right time so that you can maximize the opportunity therein. So we have different opportunity. Of course, if you have been following us, you saw that recently on our WhatsApp, we just created like investing segment, investing hub, trading hub, and marketing hub. So we have 5 major projects we have splitted and just make it simple for you to view and see. One of its kind is called Tron Lending. Of course, I'm not going to have time to explain all of those things. Tron Lending, we have been maximizing about Tron. Why do I switch into Action Fast to Tron Lending? Because I've been accumulating Tron both for my trading, buy and hold. Sometimes when I make some profit, some coin, I'll just buy. When I make profit, like if I trade future and I see that, okay, my $200, I enter a position, do maybe 200%, and I have additional $400, I can take $100 out of it and I just buy Tron and just keep it. Why? I said my calculation was no more than this. My calculation was this. I said, okay, the way Tron is doing, that was my calculation, ladies and gentlemen. So my calculation was that, okay, the way Tron is doing, my calculation was that, okay, TRX, the way this guy is doing is not too volatile. It's just constantly doing what it's doing. So my calculation was that if Tron is doing what it's doing, should I not just get enough at the right time? So you cannot tell yourself, imagine you have Tron, you bought Tron at about 4 cents, right? 4 cents and all the like, and then have a place where you can stock it for an investing, recurring, giving you some money and all of that. My prayer now is if you even crash back to maybe this 14 cents is still high, somewhere, okay, this is somewhere back to 11 cents, but you could see that it stayed for a very long time there. So one of that, I said, okay, my calculation was that, hey, fellas, you know what? Why don't you acquire enough Tron coin so that when you get to $1, so assuming you have 1 million pieces of Tron and you get to $1, you have already made $1 million. That was my calculation. And that's as simple as that. I told everybody, if you want to buy Tron, go and buy because it will make a lot of sense that you have Tron. And so that was why when we saw a project and I was doing Tron lending, so the volume of Tron you have. So you have different packages on it. For us, you can buy, stake. But of course, you want to be serious, it's not 500 Tron you should be staking. So you should be looking at staking maybe minimum of 20,000, and that will cost you average of $3,000. If I'm not mistaken, I can't really say 20,000 Tron. I mean, take my calculator with the prevailing price anyway. 20,000 Tron. Let's say 20,000 Tron. So multiply by 0. Let's just say 1.5. Yeah, so I'm right. So average of $3,000. Now, see how it happened? So you lock it on the Tron lending, and then that's going to give you average of 0.38 every day. And that's going to be about 166 Tron every day. Now, some of you, why we have to put dollar? Because people like to see dollar. But for me, it's a problem. So you learn how to be looking at the volume of the asset rather than the dollar value. So, but going by dollar value with the prevailing price, let's say average of $24 every day, all right? And then for a month, average of 5,000 Tron, which is going to give average of 750. You know why I don't like using this? Not constant price go up and down, even though Tron is not as volatile as other tokens as it were. So that means imagine investing about $3,000 worth of 20,000 Tron and making this. My chance is not about what you are making monthly. It's about accumulating volume of your asset, right? So that means give and take. At the end of the whole thing, you can do about 300% of your Tron, giving you average about 60,000 Tron. And guess what? That's about $9,000. What if at the prevailing price? The same volume of Tron you lock will be returned back to you. You heard me right. Yeah. So 50,000 in that order. I'm not going detail about this. Then the next is PayNet. Why I have to put this, and I think I have a meeting by 3 p.m. I forgot to invite some of our persons. Mr. Speaker, I'm going to send you a link after now. I forgot. Now, I think that's the only, let me not say what I want to say so that we're on air. Now, but I will always say that he's a man that if I put my head inside storm, he will put his head there and all of that. So, there's a culture we cultivated. And I'm sure maybe after this event, I'll give you a little time to talk. And there's a culture we cultivated. The culture was this. The best thing you can first cultivate in your strategy to make money is to think long-term perspective. I can tell you for free. It pays so much that, because this is the narrative. If you think short-term, you will miss out of long-term. And you will not even achieve the short-term. Listen again. If you think short-term, you will miss out of what the long-term have to give. And I will tell you, you may not even achieve anything that short-term. But if you think long-term, you will achieve great things in that long-term, and then the short-term will be a walkover. Simple. And that's one of the reasons why many persons who have come to me have not achieved any result. Why? They're always thinking about short-term. Example, let me tell you. Many of us have been struggling to pay children's school fees, to pay for house rent and all of that. And that's one of the things that have been killing many people. Every time you're working, and that's why I'm not saying you should resign for where you're working. There are persons I will always tell. I think there's a person I've ever told in my life, say, go and resign. But this is a Felix that many people come and tell me that I have a leading to resign my work. If I saw another crazy person who did that before, he had resigned before he came and told me that I have resigned. I've met few persons like that after training, after have training with them in a workshop like this, in a conference, and the following day they just met me in the hotel. One of them, I've resigned. I said, what do you do? He said, I've resigned. I cannot, I just see that I was wasting my energy. I'm not saying you should resign your work, but I'm just telling you that if while doing your plan A, you don't have plan B, when your plan A is active, you don't have plan B, you may live to regret it. Let alone the economic system we're having right now. Not only in Nigeria, across the world. Then let alone if you are in Nigeria. All right? So long-term perspective is the first thing. Going by what I first showed up to us, long-term perspective, the first thing you must think about so that you can achieve short-term following. Now, a lot of people come and say, hey, this, that. Because what is eyeing you as the major problem? I told somebody one day, I said, if you need to withdraw your children from school, and if you need to deny yourself of not eating for the next 3 months or 1 year to eat, what I mean by not eating as supposed to be. If you want you to just be, I've told many persons that there are times you must be drinking Gary. We have seen in this crypto, I mentored somebody, and then when the time come, Buran was about to come, one of my followers, and he didn't regret it. Bear market was hot. And the way I was saying that, the way this bull market is going to happen, and he called me, sir, I don't have anything right now. I don't know what to do to have money, to get money to buy coins. I say, I don't know. He just said, okay, no problem. Later, I just called me and said, sir, I've sold my car. I was afraid. And I said, why do you sell your car? I said, please, I need to sell this car. I know I will buy back another one. Yeah, there are chances that the coin may buy, may even rock pool, and it will be trekking. Yeah, a lot have done that. And afterward, the coin they thought were going to do well, didn't do well, and it rock pool, and they were trekking. Listen to me. If it happens to you before, don't run away, because many persons, when it happened like that, say, that was a scam. I regretted in my life. No, it's a test. And then he sold his car. One person sold his car. The coin we invested into didn't do well. And then, of course, you have to be trekking. Another one sold. He trekked for some time. When the coins, 1 or 2 matured, he bought better one. In the West, we say, so as it is, you're able to build up yourself. So there are things you need to deny yourself of. Well, let me not preach so much. So now, Paynet was a token, was on a platform. I'm sure this is the first time somebody one of the loyal person in Plan B, we even see how Paynet work. He didn't know how it works. All he had is that sign up, put in, and he has to ask question, how much will I put? As he put only 1,000. And that's the worst regret I ever done. And I think I told him, I say, I have to repent because I know what this aspect, and let me now, that's another culture I want to put to you. Always learn not to say, let me do the lowest package. It's a coward kind of mentality. If you want to die, just die. And I've not seen people say, if I perish, I perish, that I perish. And if you have not encountered that regret, and I think I want to beg everybody in Plan B who were very serious, at a point, I think I need to even be removing anything called minimum package. I think I'll have to even review this spreadsheet to start from the top. The idea of starting from the small, I think it's a mediocrity kind of idea. Let me tell you why I'm saying that. I know somebody, Mr. Secretary, you give testimony of why why I'm saying all of this. Let me tell you guys, many of you are listening to me, why this thing I'm saying. When I ask people to buy Shiba Inu, I already conditioned their brain to buy small. And why? I told people, I say, make sure you just buy minimum of 10 billion pieces of Shiba Inu. And that was average of about $192. Listen to me, everybody. I said, don't buy so much, just buy small. And I told them, don't buy too many, just buy small. Maybe just 10 billion pieces. And everybody, because instruction was given, don't buy more than that. And many people, that was what they bought. In fact, some say, since I say this, some just buy 1 billion pieces. And another person bought more than that, actually. But let me tell you, the person felt that he was disobedient and was afraid. And I'm sure that was what God will help me, not to limit people's chances of growing. I'm the one telling you now. Because, okay, and I say, hey, so the person actually used $1,200 to buy, and he bought 86 billion Shiba Inu. 86 billion. You're listening to me, yeah. 86 billion. But I'm sure because of the fear of, just make sure you have minimum of 10 billion. And so because of that minimum, everybody just bought it and now forget about it. If I've allowed everybody, buy as occasion serve you, that was another one. When we invested in Wigo, yeah, there are so many investments we have done at the rock pool. So we are not sent. We are not Holy Spirit. All right? We can only have Holy Spirit in us, but we are not the Holy Spirit. We are not the Jesus. And then so many projects came like that. I just say, okay, just pull a little. One recently, last 2 years, was this called? ULS, Utron staking. I said, okay, just put, even if it's $500. Some did just that, okay, it's $500. If it's even $1,000. Another one was Wigo. I said, okay, just put any amount, just as little as possible, and all of that. So many projects like that. And I saw that it was limiting a lot of people. Another one that I want to make correction on as fast as possible. So if you are listening to me now, it's a big opportunity for you. The one I want to make correction, I've already corrected my own. And that was why I have to bring it up. I've corrected my own already. I took it by force. I saw that, wow, I actually regretted. And I limited, the same person who was, I limited him to do $1,000. And of course, and it's not, he had to ask, how much will I do? And I said, do $1,000. And we forgot it. We left it there. Funny enough, we did this thing since 2022. And when I would check my wallet and saw what I saw, I cried. I said, what? I've denied people from what they will have made crazy things. And I saw that at the end of, so each month, this will have been giving stable income of $270. And in a year, will have accrued 108%. So which means about $3,240 in a year. So the contract will have terminated in 2 years. So that means in 2 years, it's about 23 months plus a fraction. But I just summarize it to be 2 years, 24 months. And at the end of the day, I saw that in 2 years, that will have accrued about $6,300 hands-free passive income. And then the $3,000 invested will have been returned back. That will have made everything to be $9,300. Now, I regretted, well, that's one of the things. Okay, so that's another one. So another one is Ubitex Exchange. Now, Ubitex Exchange, you have minimum of $100. I was tempted not to say about $100 too, but I just have to put it. But what I have to change now, I pray I have the grace to edit this, is to start from maximum. Because I think when you see minimum, the complacency setting, and you give into mediocre. So we give into mediocrity and now going for less instead to go for more. But the one that suits me now is this throne lending, that I know that the way we attacked it, because of the previous experiences, it paid us. We are like revenging it. Now, Ubitex is another one. Now, there are so many strategies we use. I posted something on our group, and so you can see how Ubitex actually work. These are the percentages and what you can do and all of that. You know, I put in all of these things and all of that. Then KubitKub, and then this one is beyond. I have not even sent this link to anybody personally. I've not. So these are different, diverse, passive income opportunity. Then you have a trading. I will explain that more. I've sent this. You can request for this if you are listening to me on Facebook and all of that. I will send you the link to this stuff, and then you can go through it and all of that. I'm still working on a lot of things and tools we use for low gem trading on Solana, on Tone protocol, and all of that. And the one that had to do with multiple, then affiliate marketing, then those ones you want to do and how you can make some profit and all the like. So ladies and gentlemen, so what I've just showed to you is crazy, right? Now, it's not about you trying to be conservative. It's about you trying to know how to manage situation. And now look at what I did. When I come in, especially Ubitex. Now, let me show you some things many of you must have missed. Ubitex token. We have a culture. Ubitex. Look at this. We have a culture. Ubitex token. When we come in, we have a culture. And this is it. Look at this token. When we come in, when somebody actually told me about this project, the token got started at 10 cents. Now, the token got started at 10 cents. I was not paying attention. That's the truth. And then later, and that's okay. I have a culture. This is my strategy. And a project coming to me and they have a coin. I first of all go to the market and buy the coin in order to hold. That's number one. That's the first thing I do. So I go to, and when I saw that it's on their exchange, because Ubitel is an exchange, and either whatever permutation they are doing, I say, okay, let me go to the exchange and buy. And I saw that there's another exchange that listed, which is MS Global. I have to go to MS Global and buy. So this is my permutation. I haven't bought there. I go to the exchange and buy. And I say, okay, since I bought less than $1, I bought some at 65 cents, some at 75 cents. I stopped talking of buy at 92 cents or 95 cents. And it continued. I only review, see what's there. Now look at my permutation. Having bought at less than, I think about 65 on the average price, I have exit plan for my coin I bought. And I say every month, when the price go to $2, and I don't change my template. When it get to $2, I will sell part. When it get to $5, I will sell part. When it get to $10, I will sell all. Now listen. Now, not so why? Because I have different ways to attack and maximize the project. One, having bought the coin. So having bought the coin. So imagine this coin, imagine you bought worth of $2,000. Imagine you bought $2,000 worth. Let's just use as an example. At the price of 65 cents. So that means you have 3,076 of the token. Now price get to $2. So 3,000, so let's say 1.5 multiplied by $2. That's 3,000. You have sold that. You have $3,000 already. And what was invested in buying the coin was 2,000. Now on the platform, 2,000 was invested. So 2,000 was invested. That means from these $2 I've sold, I've collected $3,000. That means 2,000, 2,000, 4,000. I'm remaining 1,000 in the ecosystem. Meanwhile, the half of that my one is still 3,000, right? It's still 3,000. Okay. Now, so if that's the case, what am I going to do? Very simple. The one in the back office, I'm not going to touch it. And that's why I just put it on auto compounding. Many of you will not understand. And I put it, lock it for 1 year. Because as far as that one is concerned, I will use it to ride with the market. So this one, when it gets to $5, so let's look at it. Felix, why are you so confident I will get to $5? I'm not so confident, but there are permutations I do when I see project. Either it's going to be real or not real. I'm not their marketer. I'm only taking advantage of such opportunity. Why? Because while you are still waiting, cryptos thrive when the project have community and believers who believe in the project. That's one of the things you need to understand. No matter how strong your project is, if you don't have community that believe in it, forget about it. So at the end of the day, I say, okay, $5. So that means you have 1,500 pieces left and some fraction. So divide by 2 will be 750. Okay, so 750, the price get to $5. So multiply by $5. That's going to give me $3,750. So if that happens, plus the $3,000 sold before, that will be $6,750. Now, how much was invested? We have 2,000 on the platform. You have 2,000 on buying the coin. That means at the end of the day, I have, Holy Spirit, at the end of the day, I have profit of $3,000 plus, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, about $2,000 plus. Now, the one in the back office will have made a lot. Then finally, the remaining $750, when it get to $10, will it get there? I don't know. So you're now saying multiply by $10. So that's going to give $7,500. Now, at that time, I know how to withdraw my permutation. And that's exactly what I've done. So you can see the token now. Somebody will ask me, can I still buy? Well, anytime you wake up, you got good money. Because about 2 weeks ago, when somebody was asking me, or a week plus, sir, can I still buy? It was at $1.6. And I told him, go ahead and buy. And then if you come down, you add more. And if you didn't come down, that's your luck and all of that. So if you're asking me now, should I still buy? Well, I don't know. But I don't think anytime you wake up should be your good money. And so I don't think you need to use another person's watch to determine your own. So that's one about thing about Ubitech. So the staking, so I have to buy the token, I stake, then you can market. So if you market, you can make not referral bonus, but affiliate rebate, because affiliate rebate Whatever the people you invited make, you make percentage on it. It's just level 1 and 2. It's nothing. Network marketing as core. But now let me tell you something. Why all this? All of these projects I mentioned, they are time bound. You know why do I say they are time bound? Am I saying they are not going to be there tomorrow? No. What I'm saying is that the opportunity of earning as good as this may not continue like that. And that's what I mean by they are time bound. So a time will come, like what I'm suspecting about this exchange now, the moment they see they have gained momentum and have number of users, dedicated users who are using it, this kind of staking opportunity may be taken off. Or they will first reduce it drastically and eventually take it out as much as possible. Okay, so these are opportunity I'll present to you today. And then if I have to find another way to send you some other detailed stuff. Where is this guy? Okay. Okay, good. Have done. Okay, so want to plumb back. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you. Congratulations for coming. You have questions, I will allow you to ask. But this experience I'm sharing with you, it's not to actually try to over-motivate you to take advantage, but the platform, the priority is that if you don't know how to think long-term, you will miss short-term. So if you're always looking at the short-term, you will not make anything in short-term, and yet you will miss long-term. Okay? So I've just told you, I will stop talking about minimum. So if you are coming into plan B, stop asking me what's the minimum package, right? Say, what's the minimum package? Can I invest this low amount? I've seen that I've created mediocrity in people's mind with this aspect of minimum package. Is disallowing. Yeah, you can discover the minimum package by yourself. I don't think it's a thing I want to propagate any longer because I've limited a lot of people that will have gone far, in maximizing so many opportunity and it passed them on. We did a lot of analysis on Utron, ULS staking if one had put $10,000 and it was painful for us. We did that on Wigo, it was painful for us, and so many other ones. And so that's why if you don't have the mentality of if I perish, I perish, there's so many wonderful opportunities that will come to you and you missed out big time on them. Okay? So, Mr. Simplicity, I want you to talk to people. Do you have anything to comment or to say? I think it's okay, yeah. Before, if they have questions, they can ask.
Good afternoon, everyone. My boss, good afternoon, sir.
God bless you, sir.
If I may say something, this space is just like the Bible. If you are too wise, you cannot succeed on this space.
I hear you.
You just need to be foolish.
I hear you.
If Peter was too wise, Jesus said, cast your net. He said, but at thy word. So he decided to be foolish. So some other foolishness actually means faith. You see, it's those people that are too wise that are claiming pastors is deceiving them this day. No one is deceiving you and I. It's just because we are too greedy and gullible. We are looking for something where there is nothing. Is the pastor stopping you from opening your Bible and read by yourself and have understanding? No. They said the easiest way to hide information from a black man is to put it in white and paper. Pen, you write it down and put it inside book, so it will be hidden to the black. Sir, you mentioned Wigo. Anybody that have followed you and that was following you, the time you mentioned Wigo and that person invested $10,000 and no one that was having less than $10,000, even times 10 of it that time, because everybody invested in Shiba. Even with $50, a lot of them were with money. But funny enough, we were just too wise If you have invested just only $10,000 in the current price of Wiggle now, because you asked us to buy and stake, the earning from what you get from your staking, not what you buy. The earning you get from your staking now, if you want to sell it, is less than $200,000. It's not less than $200,000. Not to talk of the capital itself, and the capital itself is over $750,000. So who is fooling who?
Who is fooling who?
You don't need to be too wise. You only need to be foolish.
And that foolishness is faith.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. Anybody with questions? You know, there are some things I don't want to say about this man who I've just spoken now. Many of you may not understand. When he's saying you just need to be foolish, and by the grace of God, small me, I've mentored a lot of people. And I've seen one of the basic characteristics of most of those persons that are so restless and continuing to make exploit. No, making exploit does not mean how many millions you have made. Making exploit is being able to maintain consistency, even in the midst of trouble, in the midst of storm. When others are calling confederacy, you didn't call what they call confederacy. Neither were you sworn away by their fears. That is exploit. That's exploit. So many do not understand when talk about exploit, talk about, oh, you have bought Bugatti, you have built this. No. Exploit is you have rest runabout in the midst of trouble. And one of the first things is that I've always begged many of our people, I said, don't be major in minor and become minor in major. You guys saw the way I showed you a chart. Looking at the long-term perspective. Looking at the long-term perspective and work with it, then every other small thing within the short time will follow you. For instance, when I think I exposed some of our people last year or last 2 years to trading Forex in position strategy. And for the first time, they were able to see that, okay, imagine the price of gold. And as at that time, I said, the last bottom of gold was 1801. I said, if you can find an entry on 1801, just allow it to run. And you can imagine 1801 to something crossing 2000, 2000 plus 25, and now at the verge of 26. Holy Ghost. So these are the perspective that we need to draw and build up ourselves. Now, additionally, is that when you are now making money, what to do with what to make is what really matters. A lot of people, they make money on some project, but they say, it's time to change wardrobe. My car I was using before is not good. Tie rod bad. Let me buy another one and all of that. And after they do all of this, there is nothing to stay for their cash flow for them. Nothing. I mean, nothing to stay for them as their cash flow for them. So, but ladies and gentlemen, I'm sure if you can settle down, learn more, re-strategize, you can build your wealth. So if there are no questions, I think the episode for this week is done. And then we're going to be embarking on the 3 days money workshop in Port Harcourt. But Good 18 is going to be live streamed like this on Facebook. And then the flyer is there. You can check the Zoom link and you can check the, of course, if you're connected on Facebook, you can once it's live, you're going to be connected. And then those of you in Port Harcourt, it's an advantage for you because we're going to be expliciting investing, trading, and marketing, how you can actually do that. And then we'll experiment some entry and exit positions of trading and all the like. And then maybe some opportunity there for us to have some coins to buy and all the like. That will be Thursday, 11 a.m., Friday, 11 a.m., and Saturday, same 11 a.m. It's going to be 3 days and it's free. What prompted this? It's the leading of the Holy Spirit. I'll tell you, he told me, he said, hey, a lot are suffering. People are crying. People are suffering. And this is a precious gold. Can we just get something. That's the burning passion I have. That's the burning. I make more money when I'm not training. So it's as if it was a temptation. At the point I want to just withdraw myself, face my business, but I was not having joy. My joy was withdrawn. I can tell you. I don't just want to face my business because I make more money. Like before this training started, I was on gold and it was running well. At the point if I'm doing training, I will even lose some trade. I will lose some entry. I will even run at loss. But yet the loss will not pay me. But what pay me most is that when opportunity are presented and people are not maximizing it, and they will be suffering. Now, when I'm looking, this space is very sweet. I was happy. One of my proteges sent me a message from the foreign country, and then the amount of money he made a particular day. He said, sir, thank you. See the amount I've made. I say, this is just make money, or you have not started building wealth. Learn how to build wealth. He was surprised. He never knew it's possible, right? So it's because I've been shouting this, I've been warning people about this many years back. Especially people who are in Nigeria, you're a salary earner. And I say, the people I pity more are salary earner, civil servant, especially in Nigeria. Why? No matter how bad and terrible things are, transportation is going to be more expensive. It's already more expensive in Nigeria. And your salary is the same thing. Even when they say, okay, minimum wage 70,000, how much can it buy one bag of rice? The answer is no. Now, where you used to go to and it take you 200 naira to go and come, you are spending 900 naira. And it's compulsory you come. You are going every day, and yet you cannot meet up. Then school fees are being increased. House rent are increased, and all of that. And that's what my mentor told me several years back. He said, housing going to be very expensive, food going to be very expensive. So people find it difficult to survive. Not only Nigeria. Okay, so understand that it's not peculiar to Nigeria. So how do you survive? And I saw this as like, that's why I tell everybody, I say crypto is spiritual. So if you think it's just, and when I talk about spirituality, people talk about churchy. No, about churchy. I'm talking about creator God. So no matter what you think you are, you take God out of it, out of your formula. Well, I'm sorry. You may be getting it, but when you pay for it daily, I'm sorry. So it's important. And that's why we're doing all of this. Then, of course, we started the marathon, training started yesterday, 8 p.m. on daily basis, Monday, Tuesday till Saturday, and just purely on Tron ecosystem. Yesterday, we did much, and then how you should accumulate through Tron lending. And then today, we go deeper again to show you what is energy, and of course, the meme coin, maybe tomorrow, meme coin trading on Tron protocol, and all of those things. Money is here, but like one of our father, my father in faith, Bishop David Oyedepo said something. He said, there is no mountain anywhere. He says, mass ignorance, that is his mountain. He said, there is no darkness anywhere. He said, your challenge is you have no light. So when you are out of light, everywhere will be dark. And so that's what you need. You just need to be lighted. Once you are lighted, come on, forget it. You see the trauma of Jacob, but when the word came to him, not only him was lighted, the whole Israel was lighted. So ladies and gentlemen, let's go and help ourselves so that we can help people around us. Do have a nice time. Until I come your way again, next Tuesday, the same time, same episode, and on how to make money. Plan B Express, together we rise. Bye.